Today we'll be discussing a weird, controversial subject, the law of attraction. Is there really a law that will give your mind the power of attract wealth, results, or even achieve your goals? I don't think so. But I think law of attraction really works through acting. Thinking is the first step, but realizing is something much more complicated. In this video, I'll give you the complete blueprint that may be passed from someone with strictly no results, no money, a crap health, and zero knowledge in trading to a full-time trader free on every metric of his life, geographically, financially, and last but not least, free of his time. So find a cozy place to sit, open your eyes, take some notes, and at the end of this video, start to apply. Today I have amazing life conditions, but that has not always been the case. Several years ago, my health conditions went really bad due to eating too much junk food, partying, going out too much, not having a good sleep, basically everything that you know you shouldn't do, but you keep doing by yourself. Today everything's different, and now it really feels like I've been turning a switch on, the switch of handling my life, taking every metric into account as a sort of mission in a game where I would be the main character. Think about it. Most people in this world want to have the max level on every video game they play. They're ready to pass hours training a character that doesn't even really live in this world. On the other hand, their own life is put aside the whole time. They sacrifice everything just because they identify as a superhuman character, making progress fast, getting attention, and realizing stuff. And this is the first point in the law of attraction. You need to believe it to make it happen. The first thing you can do for yourself is to write down your goals. Make sure they are clear in your mind. The good thing about a game character is that in most cases, the goals are set by the game already. This is why you actually take so much time to realize them. You know where you're going because the missions are clearly announced and you just need to make them happen. Concerning yourself, don't put too short-term goals. Short-term goals are not really important. Short-term actions are to make long-term goals realize. Basically, you must note things that are not impossible to achieve, but impossible to achieve doing what you do now. For example, when I started trading, I knew that my health was the first thing to set up. I stopped junk food. I started doing a little bit of sport, even though, as you can see, I'm not a professional athlete or a gym guy. But for me, being in good condition to work was already an impossible thing with the small daily actions that I was making. Long goals with short-term actions. Concerning finance and trading, it's exactly the same. I had never took a trade in my life. And basically, I was convinced that everyone making that on the internet was just scamming people. It appears that a lot of people are, but a few of them, like I try to currently do, like to deliver value and to help other people to start in this way. Long term was to become a profitable trader, and that was clearly impossible, not working on my trading, not respecting a plan, money management, psychology, and actually trying to network around traders that were making profit and withdrawals to live. At this point of the video, you might ask how. I've been joining groups, and basically we have the #1 community for scalp trading in the world. You just have to click in the description, and I send 5 to 10 trades a day, plus we're streaming 1 hour per day, where I try to answer your questions and make you network with each other. Second point for the law of attraction is that most people, when they think about this concept, think they just have to take a shower, think really hard about something, write it down, and go to sleep. If you start seeing this video at 3 a.m., which is basically the case for a lot of people when I check the channel stats, you need to understand that tomorrow will be another day. If you are too much in a hurry and you try to pass from 0 to 1 in like 1 hour, you're not really ready to make money on the market. You're not really ready to achieve those goals. Taking action is setting up goals on a long-term vision and taking actions on a short-term vision by visualizing it, but also by taking accountability in every moment where you have to do something. For that, there's something that already existed that I used. It's called the 4-second rule. Most people know what they have to do. The goals are set, they know what actions will pay off. And even if you can imp with the Pareto law on what really makes you results, at the beginning, basic actions will obviously make it happen. The 4-second rule gives you the opportunity to think for 4 seconds and take action at the end of the countdown. I know, it looks like it sucks. It looks stupid. Think about it. You don't want to go to the gym. You don't want to go on the graphs. Count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get up and go. A mental pattern giving you the information that you need to do something now. I used that a lot when I started. I was basically incapable of doing one single difficult action. You will see that with time, all of that becomes natural and you won't need those kind of mental assets and you won't need those kind of tips anymore. Now that you know that to make the law of attraction happen, you need to first set up long-term goals with short-term actions and that you need to see yourself as the main character. Now that you also know that you can use some mental patterns to actually move your ass, one last thing remains. What exact actions will lead you to have results as a trader? I'm not going to tell you to take 3 or 4 cold showers, even if some people watching the channel don't even take one. But as a matter of fact, you should wake up as early as possible. Make up your bed. Go to do a sports session to clear your mind, because the market's going to try to get your mind. Once this is done, you will have a nice body into a nice man, into a nice mind. Second thing you have to do, don't stay for hours on the graphs. Trade one session with one strategy and keep it up for the next 2 to 3 years. I know this seems long. Trading is not a book that you open and where you can follow. Being a trader means nothing. What kind of trader are you? What kind of strategy? Where is your expertise? If someone tells you he's a professional athlete, of course, he will have physical disposition in his discipline. But on what kind of sport is he professional? Would he be professional in another sport? I don't think so. So make sure you actually choose specific assets in your trading. If you enjoyed the video, please put a like, subscribe, and tell me how you see the law of attraction, on which subject you want to implement it. Don't forget, you have all of my free trades in the description. There's only one link. It's not hard to follow. Have fun, guys.